Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful blouse. This blouse has a shared bustier and extended peplum and also strap. So I'll be teaching on how to make this blouse step by step. And if this is what you would like to learn, do well to continue watching, and also please do not forget to also like, subscribe and drop a beautiful comment, and also do well to watch the video to the end. It helps the algorithm. So let's get started. So this is the fabric I'll be using for this dress. I'll be using 2 yards here, but I have about 6 yards here, and you also need the lining about half yard. So right here on my block, I just want to go ahead now to drop out my vertical measurement, and I've gone ahead to mark that out. This is my starting point, and this line that we have here is my chest line. And the next thing you just want to go to do now is to mark out your bust point, your under bust, and your half length. So this is my chest line, which I'm going ahead to extend to the back, and also my bust point, which I also went ahead to measure and mark out. So you just want to go ahead, take this measurement and also go ahead to mark that out. So right here is my under bust, which is for the front, and then my front half length. So the front half length to my back half length, the difference I have is 1.5 inches, and I've gone ahead to mark that out. And I also went ahead, so I went ahead now to mark out my bust bar measurement from the center front and also the center back. So the next thing I'm doing now is to mark out my shoulder length, and I'm coming down from my shoulder length by 1.5 inches, and I'll go ahead also to mark my neck width, and also use my pattern ruler to connect this line together. And I also want to go ahead to mark out my shoulder length on my chest line and connect to the 1.5 inch line we have, and mark out with my I went ahead to mark out with my marker, and the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to take my vertical measurement, which is my bust point on my chest line, and also on my half length. I'll go ahead to mark out my waist round divided by 4, and also go ahead to add my dart intake, and I'm going to use my pattern ruler to connect these lines together. So after connecting these lines together, the next thing I just want to do now is to go ahead to mark out my side dart. And my side dart is the difference from my front half length and my back half length. And for me, I have 1.5 inches, and I'll just go ahead to mark it out and connect with my ruler, just as you see me do to my bust point. Yeah, so after now, the next thing I wanted to do now is to go ahead to mark out my dart intake, which I went ahead to mark on both sides. So whatever allowance you get for the dart, you go ahead to mark it on both sides and connect together. So the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to draft out my arm cycle, and I'll get the midpoint of my chest line and mark it out, and then go in by 3/4 inch and go ahead to connect with my pattern ruler. So after this part, so I'll go ahead to use my straight ruler to connect it first, and next thing I'll do is to connect to my first where I marked my round bust measurement. So the next thing now is to mark out our sweetheart neckline. So this blouse is a sweetheart neckline. So I came up from 1 inch from my bust point, and came up from my chest line by 2 inches to connect down there. But I felt it was too deep and it might be too open. So later I resolved to coming down by 1.5 inches from my chest line, and I went ahead to connect to the 2 inches I marked up there. So at some point you might not want to connect up that much, or you might also want to go ahead, when you come down, you might also want to go ahead to just mark on exactly your chest line. So I would just want to go ahead right now to extend this that line up, and I want to go ahead and do our overbust tightening. So for my overbust tightening, I did 1 inch on both sides, but before then I went ahead to mark out 0.5 inch in for my underbust tightening, and I also marked out 1/4 inch out, and which I will also want to use my pattern ruler and connect it together. So after connecting this together, now the next thing we'll be going on to do now is our overbust tightening. And for my overbust tightening, I did use 1 inch. So on this dart leg which we extended up here, you want to go ahead now to mark 1 inch on both sides and go ahead to connect it. So for the overbust tightening, you might go with 1 inch, you might go with 1/4 inch, or you might go with 3/4 of an inch. So whatever one, I don't know, I just felt like 1 inch is fine. I just wanted to go with 1 inch because I wanted my overbust to be well snatched. So I went ahead and connect it now, and the next thing you want to do now is to extend this line out, and we'll be returning half of what we have. So because I marked that 1 inch, that makes our overbust that we took complete 2 inch, and half of that is 1 inch. So I'll go ahead now to mark just 1 inch out and connect to my dart leg. I don't know why I was turning my ruler like that, but then it's fine. After connecting to my dart leg, I'm go ahead to withdraw my armhole, and at this point we are done for the top. But what now is left is that if you could remember for this blouse, there's a gather a bit at the midpoint. So right here, I'm just going ahead to connect my underbust that legs. So there's a gather a bit at the midpoint, and I want to come up by 3 inches so that when I'm trying to gather it in, I do not affect or alter or spoil my blouse. So I'll just show you how to go about that. So from this center where I marked my tape, I came up by 3 inches, and I'll go ahead now to connect it here. So this 3 inches is what we're going to be using for the gathers. So I hope that is understood. So we'll be moving on to the back. So for the back, I made a mistake. I noticed that there was a mistake with the pattern I did earlier. So that was why I had to retract here so that I could show the correct way to do it. Because I know after sewing my blouse, I had to make corrections to it. So right here, I've gone ahead to draft out the measurement we had on the front, our chest line, that intake. I just did everything here. So what you'll notice that the difference between the front pattern and the back pattern is that the back half length is shorter than the front, and because for our front side that we took 1.5 inch in, so my back half length will be 1.5 inches shorter than the front half length. So that's the only difference here, and I've gone ahead to draft everything as I said. So the next thing I just want to do now is to go in by ½ inch on the half length, and after going in by ½ inch, I just want to go ahead to connect with my pattern ruler up. So I just want to go ahead now to connect this up here. So after connecting this line up, the next thing we want to do is to connect our front to our back. So you might actually work with just the back chest line, or you want to go ahead to come down by 1 inch or ½ inch down. So I will go ahead now to mark ½ inch down, and after marking this ½ inch down, I'll go ahead to use my pattern ruler now to connect just like this. So if you are connecting to the chest line, just the chest line, you go ahead to connect to the chest line, and if you are coming down, you come down by 1 inch or ½ inch and connect it just like this. And at this point, this is just what we are going to do for the back. So I want to go ahead to do my So I'll go ahead now to do my back neck tightening, and I came out by ½ inch on both sides, and which I'll go ahead to use my pattern ruler to connect it. So after that, so that's what we're going to be having for the back, and the next thing I'll just want to do now is to cut out. The next thing for this back is that after cutting out, I'd advise you label, so when you're trying to cut to fabric, it does not confuse you. So I've gone ahead to cut the fabric, and I added about ½ inch round, but for my side I added about 1.5 inches, and for my hem I added 1 inch, and for my zip allowance I added 3/4 inch. So right here, this is my back, and I want to go ahead to notch the that side so that I don't make mistake when trying to sew, and also went ahead to notch the upper part so I also don't make mistake. And the next thing I just want to do now is to open it up and go ahead to sew the dart, and also go ahead to cut this for your lining also. So I'll just go ahead to sew this, and also go ahead and repeat the same process for my lining. So right here, this is the front. Also, please do not forget to also cut out for your lining for the front, and go ahead to sew by ½ inch on both sides. So because of we have a strap there, our back pattern is not supposed to have an armhole, but you might notice I have mine here because of the mistake I did. And for my front lining, I'm really gone ahead to do that, and after sewing, you just want to go ahead to press. So right here, I'm done with that, and this is what it looks like, please. And I also want to go ahead now to place it just like this and sew by ½ inch round. So after doing this, I just want to go ahead to notch and also turn over, and this is for our back. I also want to go ahead, place the lining right side, just go ahead to place it just like this and sew by ½ inch on this part where I marked, and go ahead to notch also and turn over. So please note that we have an armhole there, so for yours you won't be having any armhole, so just go ahead to sew ½ inch round, and you're only going to leave the hem open. So right here, I'm done sewing, and I've also gone ahead to press. So this is what our fabric look like. So for the front, you want to know that there's a shade in the midpoint of the front, and if you remember, we marked out 3 inches for that. So I just want to go ahead first and measure 3 inches in, in the midpoint there, and also want to go ahead now to gather it in. And after gathering it in, you just want to stitch it up. So please ensure you mark 3 inches in, which is the allowance you get. And please, I will also advise you, so I'll also advise that you fold this part into two so that you can get the midpoint, and that is where you're going to do this on. So I just want to go to my sewing machine now. I'll first of all want to go ahead to press, get the midpoint there, and share this in, and also top stitch. And after that, the next thing we'll be moving on to is to join this side. So please don't forget to also get the midpoint, which is very important. So I've done that, and the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to place my back on the front and go ahead to sew on both sides by 1 inch, which is the allowance I have. So this is what my blouse look like, and the next thing I'm gonna head to sew my belt, and I want to go ahead to sew my belt to it now. So you please, because of the placement, I just want you to watch how I place this belt. So do well, you're not going to place it straight, so you just want to go to your sewing machine, place this belt like this, and go ahead to stitch. So you also want to repeat the same process for both sides. Go ahead, place your belt just like this, slanted in this form, and go ahead to stitch it in. So I'll be going to my sewing machine to do that. And after this, now the next one we'll be moving on to is our extended peplum. So right here for my extended peplum, I will gone ahead to cut out for my front, and for my front the length I'm working with is 70 inches, and for the back the length I'm working with is the length I'm working with for the back is 35 inches. So I will just want to go ahead now to get the midpoint, and also get the midpoint here, and I will go ahead to place it and sew to, and go ahead to sew to this end here. Please, it should not extend to the back, and top stitch there, and go ahead also to sew to this part and top stitch. So I forgot to say that the length that I worked with was 9 inches, but I later made mine 8 inches because I did not want mine to be too long. So I'm done sewing with to the front, and now this is the back. So from the end here, the stitch is where the back stitch is stopped. So just watch as I place this for the back. You go ahead, you place this, and also do it to hem. So right here now, I've gone ahead to place this, and I've also gone ahead, so I'm going ahead also to fold it in also by 1/2 inch round, and this is what I have. And the next thing you just want to do now is to go ahead to sew your zip, and then our blouse is ready. So thank you for watching, and also please do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop a beautiful comment. Thank you.